Okay, we're going to do the weekly AllSigns readings, tarot readings. I'm going to just burn a bit of sage. It's officially the first day of my summer holidays as a high school teacher, so I'm like unable to express my happiness at the moment. I'm too tired. I'll stop saying that I'm tired in about 3 or 4 days, but right now I'm still tired. I managed to make myself go for a walk so that I can sit and do this. I've got gorgeous sunflowers, so it's very spontaneous. They just looked amazing in the supermarket. I actually got them last Sunday, and they look even better than they did then. So I've had them a week tomorrow. Okay, right, I've got this Star Brights Tarot deck that was new last week, so I'm going to stay with that. And I'm sticking with the Essential Oils Healing deck as well. So starting off with Aries. Shall I bring my sunflower forwards a bit? It's the star of the show, you know. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Aries' highest good. How is Aries feeling in this third week of July 2025, going into the fourth week of July 2025, with regards to when they're thinking about dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Aries. How is Aries feeling, first of all? Hi, welcome into the chat. Thank you for the likes. I'm hoping by the end of the holidays we can be maybe at 900 subscribers. I would love to get to 1,000. Let's see how we go. I should manage that by the time I've done all the signs today. Three cards for how Aries is feeling, please. Okay, so Aries' first card is the Six of Swords reversed. So It's like memories from the past, something that you haven't moved on from, or some sort of thoughts of the past, an old cycle, an old chapter. It's star constellations, the cards, star constellations, and there's like Greek myths to go with them. They're really cool, I love them. I'm not going to read them out. I read them out last week and it was got a bit tiresome. But I do like mythology. Okay, so in the challenge position, we've got the Four of Pentacles. Feeling a bit of a sense of lack, you know. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of the Five of Pentacles, aren't I? The Four of Pentacles is the Miser card. So that's when you're holding on to time, money, or energy in quite a, you know, individual way. Not being that giving with time, money, and energy. That's a challenge at the moment. Perhaps you don't feel like you've got the time, the money, or the energy to entertain, you know, something new. I don't know what solar balls is. Or are. I don't know what solar balls are. Let's get one more for how Aries is feeling. That took forever for them to come out, didn't it? Okay, so we've got let's read from the back. We've got the Eight of Swords reversed, so we're getting free from mental imprisonment. You know, it's not being physically trapped, but mentally feeling stuck. We're getting free from that. The Queen of Swords reversed. So the Queen of Swords, when she's upright, is someone who's very truthful, very honest, can be a bit blunt, thinking in a way that's very logical. It can be a divorce card, but it can be, you know, like it's air energy, so it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. It can be like a card where we sever ties, or well that's it, isn't it? We're sort of like spiritually and mentally severing ties because we're getting free from mental imprisonment and, you know, thoughts of the past. So, and look, we've got there's the Five of Pentacles. Look, the Five of Pentacles. Perhaps she's sad that something's come to an end. Oh, look at that, with the Chariot tipping them out. Misuse. Scorpius transition. Yeah, the Scorpio, the Death card. There's just an overall sense of renewal, you know, leaving the past behind. A new chapter. And it's quite a big deal that to get those cards coming out. So the challenge is Can I give of myself again? Can I give of my time, my money, my energy? Or do I want to hold on to that and just have that for me? It could be that you're anticipating a very different kind of dynamic, you know, because each relationship's different depending on the characteristics of the person that you're in a relationship with. One relationship can be very, very different to the next context. So there could be some anticipation of that and apprehension over that. Which is fair enough. What about the one that's coming in for you then? Because I don't think you're dealing with anyone right now. Right, they've got the Ace of Swords reversed. Now, the Ace of Swords, when it's upright, is a breakthrough, a confession, the truth, clarity, major revelation. When it's reversed, it could be a secret or something that's being held back, or things could be unclear, foggy, okay, mental fog. Oh, look, it's like a mirroring energy. Like this is the same, really. So we've got mental fog, and then we've got the World card reversed. See, that is when a cycle hasn't completed. Stuck in an old chapter. You know, if you could get the same cards out, I bet Spirit would have given us the same cards, but there's only one of each in the tarot deck, so... Seven of Pentacles reversed is like daydreaming, delusion, or unable to consider like what the future might look like. Someone else is really stuck as well. They're unable to picture like what the future would look like, you know, with anybody, frankly. You could be two mature people, you know, that just... You don't even have to be that, but didn't we have a queen? We had a Queen of Swords reversed, didn't we? The Devil reversed. Now that's a good reversal. The Devil card, when it's upright, is... Well, it's the major arcana for Capricorn, but it's about being attached, you know, being like bound to something, unable to let go of it. The reverse of that is being able to let go of it. Okay, so that's a good thing. And it's happening at the same time, guys. Like, if your cards are on the same timeline as each other, you both managed to recently reach a turning point in your healing to do with the past. So let's get an outcome and I'll get you a timing. I'm just thinking, I've treated that one as if it was cups, 7 of cups, but it's not. It's 7 of pentacles reversed. So someone could feel like not enough was cultivated in the past. Because if it's upright, I'd just say it's reflective energy. It's looking back at what's been achieved, what's been cultivated so far. Time, money and energy is being invested. Yeah, was it worth it? And it's reversed. So I think someone feels a sense of lack. Financial lack, like something didn't grow how they needed it to, or the person drained them of money, so there could be a little bit in that. Now we've got the Six of Pentacles and the outcome, and that's about equal give and take, because 6 is an even number. And then you've got 3 pentacles on the left, 3 pentacles on the right. So if each person gave 3 pentacles, that would be fair, wouldn't it? That would be even. It would be just equal amounts of time, money and energy being invested from 2 people. That's in the outcome. So I think this is your justice, and I think it's their justice as well. Whoever you're manifesting in. We've got the Temperance, the Judgment, but that's reversed. The 3 of Pentacles reversed. The 4 of Cups reversed. The Star card reversed. Well, the Temperance upright is managing emotions. It's managing to tame yourself, to temper your emotions and get balance before reaching for your goals. The Judgment is a call to action. It's believing that, you know, this is divine timing, that, you know, we're being called to rise like a phoenix from the ashes. That's reversed. So I think we're trying to manage emotions at the moment. I think we could be headed into a Mercury retrograde if we're not already in one. And you're affected by it 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after. And that does pull up heavy emotions. Full moons pull up heavy emotions. And we've recently had one of those. 3 of Pentacles reversed is a lack of cooperation. 4 of Cups reversed is becoming open to offers of interest from others after being closed off. And then the Star card reversed is like, it's like a little bit of a lack of healing. When it's upright, you know, we're healing, we're getting wish fulfillment. So there's a need to become emotionally balanced and find balance within ourselves before we can, you know, change these cards around and have teamwork and have a rebirth. Be a phoenix. You know, if you've got no energy or lack of trust, or you're still upset over the past, maybe it's not time. But I do think it's going to happen, because some of these are the way that we need them to be and some of them aren't. It relies upon this. This is the preparation before we go for our goals. Okay. So let's get one final one for the outcome, and then I'll get you a timing. Yeah, see the Strength card. So there's a need to be emotionally strong and tame the beast, you know. There's this fire energy. There's a very strong person here. But to be emotionally strong is different to being physically strong. You know, it's like the eternal battle, isn't it? To temper the emotions. It's a lot of fire energy, which is no surprise because you're Aries. There's a lot of pentacles here, so I don't know if you're manifesting in an earth sign. We have got the major arcana for Capricorn, and they're earth. Yeah, there's a lot of like pentacles. Pentacles and water. Right, let's see what went on with them. Let's get a time in first, and then we'll see what went on with them and why they're not with anybody right now. What are they trying to get over? Okay, so there's been a bit of delay, and I don't know if it was recently an anniversary or something that would make you, you know, think a lot about someone from the past. Secret past, skeletons in the closet, not telling the whole story. Okay, so this person was dealing with someone that was a complex character, someone that never told them, everything that they needed to know. They were a bit of a mystery. They may have been someone that had a lot of secrets. Wishful thinking, having lofty ideals leads to a letdown. Be realistic. Flight plan, sometimes things fall apart for better things to come. Between the lines, uncover the truth carefully and write your own ending. Beloved wisdom, love is a choice you make every day, so choose wisely. And these are collective readings for each of the signs, so you just watch your sign or the sign of your person. Yeah, but that'll be in like 3 hours, because I'll do half an hour for each sign, and I'm only just on Aries. So you might want to leave and come back, I don't know. This one. I think they were dealing with someone who's a bit of a shapeshifter, Someone who, like, was silver-tongued, sketched over, like a lot of the truth, glazed over things. Someone who's an iceberg where, like, it's just the tip of the tip of the iceberg, what you're told. Keeping a promise, copycat. This person could have, like, been a bit of a swindler, and they could have been used to doing this to many people. Like, this wasn't their first rodeo. There could have been a few victims of marriage here. Yeah, look at this. The truth is more complicated than you think. They sent them on a rat run. Do you know what I mean? Like, just constantly confused them and, like, told things that happened at totally different times, gave them the runaround, all sorts of stories. It's a swindler. If you ask, I'll stay. They could have, like, threatened to leave, a few times. But often people do that when they've got no intention of going anywhere. Running away. Right, so time's been delayed. So I think time's been delayed because each of you are trying to heal still and trying to become ready for this to come in. So let's get you some advice. Okay, so Spirit's advice to you, Aries, is to be happy, like, without a relationship right now, to find equilibrium and find balance in everything you have, like your work, your hobbies, your health, your friendships, your family. the bucket list, you know what I mean? Like, find equilibrium, find balance, because you're in a period of healing. And once we've found equilibrium and we're feeling contented and we're genuinely happy, like, you know, we feel fulfilled, like before a relationship, and outside of a relationship, if we feel truly fulfilled and we're happy and we're loving life, that's when you get to shoot and aim, you know, you shoot that arrow and aim for your goals, okay? And we can't do that when we're, you know, sometimes feeling a bit needy, wishing that we had a relationship, because if you get into a relationship before you're ready, one, you don't know what you want, and two, you won't put up enough boundaries to make sure that someone lives up to all of your expectations. You're inclined to put up with them exactly how they are, and it's not about changing anyone. It's about saying no and being able to date, you know, and dating means saying, well, thanks for tonight, but, you know, I'm not sure that I want to see you again because I just don't feel that spark, or I just don't, you know, think that we have enough in common, or I just don't think that it's going to be practical living so far apart from each other. You know, you've got to be able to say yay or nay early on and not make do with or put up with. And if you see a red flag, you've got to be able to say no thank you. So you need to be happy and find yourself outside of a relationship or marriage, and then, you know, you decide, like, spirit, I want someone who's like this. What are your non-negotiables? What are you absolutely not prepared to compromise over anymore? What are you definitely not attracted to ever again? Think about that and get clear on it, and then make sure that you are doing the things that you've always wanted to do and living your best life, and you will attract it in. You know, say out loud, this is the kind of person that I want. And while you're busy getting your, like, goals achieved, you will bring someone in, you know, who's in line with where you're going and what you want, okay? So it's quite, you know, it seems like not that exciting an outcome where it says time is being delayed, but this is very interesting, the fact that there's somebody here that's also healing and you're on the same time frame. It's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna get you a couple more cards before I let you go. This is the essential oils, so things that would be good for your healing right now. So this is clary sage. It balances and it clarifies. Okay, so, you know, sage is antimicrobial, antibacterial. Really, really good for uplifting you, you know, helping you to meditate, get rid of negative energy and any germs. You can put it in a diffuser. You could get some essential oil off the internet and put it in a diffuser with water, or you could get it put into some, you know, cream, so you can use it topically on your skin. And then I love that when you put some hand cream on, they have a little sniff of it, and it's just really, like, therapeutic. So that's nice. And then let's get you a positive affirmation. I trust in my abilities to overcome any challenge. I trust in my abilities to overcome any challenge. I am always learning and improving. I am always learning and improving. Okay, so the thing that people adore about you, Aries. Let's see what that is, what people adore about you. Okay, so the way that you make judgment is to listen to both sides before making a decision. You're never overly harsh, you don't jump to conclusions, you're a very considered, mature kind of a person. Okay, the other thing that people adore about you is your humility. So, whatever you're like admired for, you're not kind of going on about it, even if you're very conscious of the things that you're good at, or you're aware that you're doing well in life. You're not ever like pushing that in anyone's face. And so this is something that, it says I quietly show people what I can do instead of bragging. And that's something that people really like about you. So you can be incredibly fair and wise, and you can be incredibly talented or successful, but you're never cruel about that, and you don't brag about it. Okay, people are just impressed by both aspects of that. So that's really nice. Okay, take care. Take care, Aries. I hope you liked this reading. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. So we're going to go on to Taurus. I think like the other things that can cause delays where love's concerned could be like, things that are just like not within our control, like a parent could become ill, or a child could become ill, or you could get an injury while you're running a marathon, or there could suddenly be loads of change in work, so you just feel overwhelmed to date or whatever. So it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong, or that it's not going to happen, you meeting this person, but it's just being delayed for some reason. Maybe your spirit guides just think you need a little bit more time, to like discover yourself before you get into a relationship again, especially if you got into a relationship very young that went very serious. I think you can lose your sense of like self and your identity a bit. It all goes on pause when you maybe get married to the first person that you fall in love with, or something like that. It delays you getting to know yourself. Okay, on to Taurus. No, I haven't done Libra. I'll be doing Libra in about 3 hours, because that's like the 7th zodiac sign, isn't it? I'll either do it today or tomorrow, depends on how much energy I've got. I'm gonna have to take my jumper off, I'm too hot now. Okay, spirit guides, the universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Taurus's highest good. How is Taurus feeling in this 3rd and 4th week of July 2025 with regards to what they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Taurus is feeling, please. Whoops. Right, Taurus, you are the Emperor reversed at the moment. Okay, when it's upright, it's the major arcana for Aries. It's the card of leadership, so it's all about being in control. Okay, so you may feel a loss of control at the moment. You may feel like your empire, there may be change going on within it or around it or both, and so you feel a bit unsettled by that. That resonates for me because I've just finished a work contract, and we ended things on really good terms. And they said they'd be happy to employ me again if they've got a need, so that's really good. But at the same time, I'm like, ooh, what's going to happen? Do you know what I mean? I don't like the uncertainty, but let's see. So we've got the Star card. Now that is, it's healing and it's wish fulfillment. Okay, so you could be going through a period of healing, recovery, after a period that's been very stressful due to a lot of upheaval. You could be trying to recover, regenerate, rejuvenate. Lots of R&R. It's the major arcana for Aquarius. Okay, so we've got the Fool, another major arcana. The Fool, so, the dove is very innocent. The dove is sent to fly between the rocks in the myth that's connected to this. And it has nothing to be worried about, nothing to be wary of. It just goes forth because it doesn't have that sense of negativity about it. It's just innocent, it's ignorant of everything. The King of Wands reversed. Okay, so the King of Wands, when it's upright, is someone who's very assertive, very fiery, energetic, domineering, confident, almost arrogant. That's reversed, so we could be feeling a little bit lackluster, lacking in confidence, stability. The Page of Pentacles, opportunities. Page of Pentacles is upright, so you may be feeling, Taurus, like you want to invite someone out, that you are ready to not just stay by yourself anymore, but to actually invest in someone. We've got the Six of Swords reversed, so I don't know if you're 100% ready yet. We've also got the Four of Pentacles reversed, so when the Miser card is upright with the Four of Pentacles, it's one that's holding on to their own time, money and energy. They're trying to conserve and preserve themselves. When it's reversed, I feel like, someone's spending time, money and energy they wish to spend on others, withdraw some of that money from those savings and seek new opportunities. And that could be in all aspects of life. It could be love, it could be you beginning to date again, it could be activities, hobbies, spending time with other people in our like community, spending money on ourselves. I feel like you're in a state of preparation to get ready. Let's see who's showing up in your reading then. Someone you're thinking about or dealing with or manifesting in. I'm not sure that you're dealing with anyone, but let's see. We've got the Emperor reversed. We also had the King of Wands reversed, didn't we? So you're someone with a lot of responsibility. You could have a bit of burnout at the moment. Right, they've got the Ace of Cups reversed. The Ace of Cups, when it's upright, can be self-love or being in love, okay? When it's reversed, it could be a lack of self-love or a lack of, realising that you're not in love with anyone at the moment. Well, this is a card not for you. This is for the one that's showing up in your reading. So they're feeling a lack of love, whether it's for themselves or they're just not in love with anyone at the moment, or they've fallen out of love with someone. So let's get some more cards for them. Right, they've got the Two of Pentacles. That's like the juggler, this eternal juggle, trying to keep balance, find equilibrium between priorities. The Nine of Pentacles is reversed and the Five of Cups is reversed. So the Nine of Pentacles, when it's upright, is like, I am single and I am abundant. Okay? This person does not feel single and abundant. Okay, they could be really struggling to manage priorities, responsibilities. They could be out of money, or they could just not want to be single anymore. The Five of Cups reversed, okay, so when it's upright, it's grief, sadness, loss, regret. It's, cups are water, which is emotion, so it's being very, much in a state of grief. It's like a really sad card, this one. Crying over what's happened, feeling regretful, feeling the loss, having to grieve. That's reversed. So someone's recovering from a major loss. They could have like become single, or they just don't want to be single anymore. I do feel like something's gone on with that Five of Cups reversed though. But they're starting to get over it, I think. Let's get one more for them. New Moon. So this is about new beginnings, okay? This is like, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready for a new beginning. Okay, so they're still coming out of that period of grief for what they've lost. So we'll get 3 cards for the outcome. They don't seem to be emotionally available right now. And they don't want to be single though. So in the outcome, interestingly, we've got a full moon card upright. Now that is going to bring up a lot of strong emotions. A lot of strong emotions. The Three of Pentacles, working together is going to be the challenge, or that could be, Three of Pentacles could be workplaces, it could be cooperation in work, or like teamwork generally within a relationship, but that's a challenge, okay? And then then we've got the King of Pentacles reversed, okay? So Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The High Priestess, links intuition. Ooh, needing to be able to see through the dark, read between the lines, use all of their senses, follow their instincts. The Seven of Cups reversed. Okay, so someone could be, they could be hard up for money at the moment. They could find that they've got a lot of outgoings, more than what's coming in, or their income's been reduced, or it's something to do with the way that they provide for others, because a King of Pentacles is a really good provider. It's really nice, grounded, earthy energy. Someone that wants to take care of others, wants to provide for others financially, wants to be there, keep a nice home, buy nice things for people. You know, really good provider, really solid. And it's nice because they're a king and you're a queen. So although you've got the Emperor energy as well, we've got a king and a queen. The Seven of Cups, you say, is being at a crossroads. And then with the High Priestess card, it's like, I need to use my intuition. I need to follow my instincts over what to do here. Because everything's a bit foggy and I'm not sure what's going to happen. So there's some fear. I think there's fear to do with work and the financial situation. Well, we've got some more cards here. We've got the Hermit reversed and the Queen of Cups upright. The Queen of Cups is someone who's patient, understanding, compassionate, loving, forgiving. You know, this cup of water makes them very, very patient, very understanding, very forgiving. It's a nice energy. But the Hermit card is reversed. Now, we would want that to be upright because it means that someone's isolating themselves in order to heal. They need a period of walking alone so they can suss out, you know, the answers, because the answers lie within them, not with anyone else. And that's reversed. So perhaps someone's not got everything figured out just yet. Let's get one more then. The Knight of Cups reversed. Okay. So someone's not ready to put themselves out there emotionally, and I think it's the one that you're going to be dealing with in the future, Taurus. They're still grieving, okay? They're not ready for a new beginning just yet. With that new moon card reversed and the Five of Cups reversed, it's to do with them. It's to do with them, they're either having a lack of confidence and self-love, or they've fallen out of love with someone. And they could have needed to, you know, try to please two people or two priorities, and, you know, and failed at it. They don't want to become single, but maybe it's happened. and they're just not emotionally available right now. So they're really foggy. They don't have inspiration over where to go next, what to do next. I don't see any kind of planning here, because how can you plan when you don't know what you want, right? How can you think forward when you're so busy looking back? They need more time. So let's get a time in, because this person's showing up for a reason. It's not for nothing that they're showing up in your spread, okay? When's this going to come together between Taurus and the one that's showing up in their reading? So they could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because we've got the Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles. 2 months from now. Okay, so 2 months from now, this person has already started to recover from this sense of emotional loss. Okay, they've started that healing. It's not complete, but 2 months from now, there's going to be, you know, like it'll be a better time for this to come together. So that's interesting. So 2 months from now will be September, won't it? Let's clarify what they're upset about. What are they upset about? I mean, either someone passed away or it's a previous relationship that they're grieving someone, okay? What happened? Dream world, living in a fantasy land, illusions, not real love. Yeah, they've realised they're not actually in love with someone. And so they're really struggling with that. Playful innocence, embrace a childish spirit where baby steps lead to joy, not seriousness, okay? So they're looking for something different this time. They're looking for that spark, that playfulness, laughing and joking, the stuff that they feel has disappeared from what they're in now. Now this is sideways, so we'll read both. Fluttering heart, your passion leads you to the love that you desire. Magnetic fate, attraction sparks pursuit, guiding souls on a journey to their destined union. So this person's looking for a very good sex life as well. Okay, I don't mean with lots of different people. I mean, like, they're looking for a person that also wants to be, you know, like, physically entwined. Like, they don't want to be distant from the person that they're with, or like mechanical with them. They're not ready for something that emulates companions. They're not ready for that. Don't want to hear it. Okay, so perhaps they tried talking to their person that they were with, and it always went badly whenever they tried to discuss it, so they just gave up. Or they could have been in denial about this for a while and they're just facing up to it now. I won't lie, I still check up on you sometimes. There could be someone that, well, it would be you, wouldn't it? Because they're showing up in your reading, but they could be finding it difficult to let go of that other person, you know, but also you might already know who this person is. They could be checking up on you as well. And I think this came out in your last Taurus reading, actually. Their heart belongs to you, Taurus. And there's something fated about it. There's something divine about it. Something magnetic. They could be a twin flame. So 2 months from now, so September time, you may see a change going on here. Let's get you some advice, Taurus. Make space for it, okay? So if you keep thinking about the past, you need to try to think forwards, Taurus, and think about the future. Okay, make sure that you're not holding yourself back by visualizing what you used to have. Visualize what you want. Use this time to think about where you're going, not where you used to be, okay? Because you are a very reflective sign. You're very passionate, very loyal, very emotional, you know, really strong empath. And it can be really, really tempting to look back all the time. But you're being asked to think forwards, look forwards, okay? Paper over that rearview mirror. Let's get you an essential oil for your healing. Oh, I've never seen this before. Vetiver. Comforts fears and restores spirits. Oh, I'll have to look that up. Vetiveria zizanioides. Comforts fear and restores spirits. So you can put it in the diffuser or you can use it topically in a cream. Okay, so you could be apprehensive about the future, in which case that's why you're looking back so much. I think that sounds right, to be honest. Let's get you a positive affirmation. It's not wrong to reflect, but you can do it too much. You can almost like haunt yourself, can't you, with stuff like that. I am always learning and improving. Okay. Don't ever forget how far you've come, Taurus, like, and cross-watcher, okay? You've done so much and you've lived so much. You are always learning and improving. You are not worth any less now than you were 10 years ago, 20 years ago. In fact, spiritually, you're much more valuable. If you've been in no contact with this person and it's someone that you're aware of, run away. Would you pack a bag and meet me in Hawaii? I just want to get away from the world and be alone with you. Ooh, it's a bit racy, isn't it? That does sound very twin flamesy. I've forgotten what I was going to say. Oh, what quality is it that people adore about Taurus? That you have a love of learning. People love that about you, Taurus. I like learning new things wherever I go. You've got like a wide spectrum of interests, you know, and you continue to kind of get deep into anything that's brought to your attention, and you actively seek out things that interest you as well. Okay, so this is what people admire about you. You're very learned, you're very experienced, you've done a lot of things that that they would like to do. People really, really like that about you. You may be a little globetrotter or have like very interesting hobbies. Okay, I'm going to leave this one there. Take care, Taurus. I hope you liked this reading. I hope it resonates. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost. Support the channel. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the summer. I would love that. Okay, on to Gemini. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Gemini's highest good. How is Gemini feeling in this 3rd and 4th week of July 2025 with regards to one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Gemini is feeling first of all, please. The Page of Cups reversed, so you could be feeling a little bit closed off. Gemini, like you don't want to offer emotions or feelings towards anyone with that Page of Cups reversed. Because when it's upright, it could be an apology or an offer of some other sort of emotion. You know, like, hey, I think I like you, or like, you know, having a bit of a flirt with someone, or just being sociable. But when it's reversed, it's like, I don't want to deal with anyone right now. I'm not going to offer a cup of emotion towards anybody. The Love is reversed. Okay, so there could be someone that you felt that you had strong feelings for, and it turned out that they didn't feel the same. Okay, because the Lovers, when it's upright, is 2 people that each feel the same for one another. They each offer the other a cup of love, and, you know, more than the 2 of Cups, the love is it's not like when you just first meet someone and you date them and then you fall in love. This is like 2 people that are destined to be together. They're made for each other, you know, and it's written in the stars. Like in the 5D, they agreed to a contract, and now it's being fulfilled in the 3D. So when it's reversed, it's like one person loves, the other doesn't. Okay, it's unrequited love. Do you know what? This is coming out for every sign at the moment. The Six of Swords reversed is when you haven't quite stopped thinking about the past. Okay, it's thoughts of the past. We haven't quite got in that boat and moved on to, you know, pastures new. We're still thinking about the past. We've got unfinished business or some sort of baggage, something that we think about quite frequently. I'm just going to tie my hair up because I'm too hot. It's like cloudy, but it's hot today. Okay, that's better. Right, so let's see who is coming in. So I think there's been unrequited love and I think you're upset about it. Now there's someone showing up in your reading that I don't think you're dealing with anyone at the moment, but they've got the Six of Wands reversed. The Six of Wands upright is, you know, I want victory, I want recognition, I want people to see how successful I am, to be celebrated, to be worshipped. I want love and adoration, you know, from everyone or whatever it is that's my goal. I want to achieve it. It's about being noticed and celebrated, and this person does not feel noticed or celebrated. Okay, it's what that's doing is it's making them feel very angry. It's making them feel over emotional. They're having mood swings. They're not able to temper themselves with the Temperance reverse there. Okay, so the Knight of Cups reversed is the result. Okay, so they are also Cups reversed. They're not feeling, you know, romantic, like they want to date, like they want to take anyone out or go on any dates. No. Okay, this person is feeling rubbish right now and they wouldn't be very good company. So, yeah, someone's really, really moody here, and it's to do with a lack of success or a lack of recognition, being noticed or valued. It's interesting that you both got Cups reversed. I wonder if there's been a fallout here. But it would be something where it's very early days, because you're showing up as a page, they're showing up as a knight. So it'd be very early days. I don't think you're married or living together necessarily. I think it's like two people that have just started chatting or dating. I think they are more action orientated and they're wanting success and they feel like you're just not into it. Do you know what I mean? So maybe it's you that doesn't feel that heavily like into them and they're sort of sensing it. I wonder if you're hung up on someone from the past and they're like, what on earth, like what have I done wrong? Right, we've got the Six of Cups upright, so that's a soulmate. It's nostalgic feelings, like remembering all the years, the lovely, you know, memories have been cultivated, lots of emotion has built up over time. These are like, you know, 3 years, 3 years, 3 years, or 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. It's time, like, you know, strengthening bonds over time and becoming like family with each other. Unconditional love, nostalgia, soulmate. That's in the outcome. Let's get 2 more cards for the outcome. Okay, the World card is reversed, so there's a lack of completion of a cycle here. Now, when it's upright, the Fool realises that better days are coming. Okay, we have to take life's rough with the smooth. I do feel like there's been arguments here. Arguments or misunderstandings. I don't think it's to do with a lot of confrontation. I think it's more like hurt feelings and like very, very subtle. Like not being on the same page. Let's get one more for the outcome. The 10 of Cups. Fulfillment. That's everyone in the happy, being family. Everyone in the family being happy. Their cups are full. You know, the parents, the babies. That's about a happy family life. And there is a soulmate energy here. Something's, you know, unfinished. Something's not over. Something's not done. It has to be, if that's going to be the outcome, and this is for you two, it has to be that you're going to make up and that you're going to be together. Because it's talking about a cycle isn't completed, there's unfinished business here. And you're thinking about the past and everyone's upset. And we have got the Lovers card. Mojo Tarot is here. I'm going to have to open a window, it's boiling today. Excuse me a minute. Oh my goodness, that's so much better. Right, we are halfway through the Gemini reading, and I know that you're a Gemini. Okay, let's see about a timing for a possible reconciliation here. I could be wrong, but it seems like 2 people that for some reason there's been a glitch or a bump in the road and feelings are hurt. But it's supposed to come together somehow. Yeah, just in time. Within a couple of days. Well, that would make sense if there's been a fallout with someone. We've got 6 of Cups, 10 of Cups in the outcome. The World card is reversed. There's a cycle that hasn't been completed. And a whole lot of cups that have spilt over. Yeah, it's not easy to get your mojo back at all. I am like so drained today. First day of the holidays is about collapsing and getting more and more tired as the day goes on. Right, what went on with this person previously? It takes two. Someone is not committed, incompatible, or conflicted. So yeah, because that goes with their card where they felt unrecognised. They didn't feel noticed by you, Gemini. And it made them have mood swings and they felt like they didn't have your attention. It made them not come towards you, okay? They felt like you weren't into it because you were upset. Like, they felt like maybe you didn't feel the same way about them, that you were stuck on someone from the past, or that your confidence was knocked after being rejected by someone previously when you told them that you were in love with them. This person just felt like you weren't into it, okay? Dance of Souls, be vulnerable and let your two hearts intertwine. Ooh. There's going to be a do-over because it hasn't been done. There's going to be a new beginning between you, Gemini, and someone that you started dating and it went like left for some reason. They sensed that you weren't into them, or wires were crossed somehow, and you've both like left it on ice, and I think it's going to be revived. You may not even have left it on ice. You may have just been gutted and thought, I don't know why that went like that, but it's done, and it's not. It's absolutely not done. I'm afraid to get close and terrified to lose you. I hate that when you like don't know what someone else is thinking and you don't know how to approach it. Like, it's just awful, isn't it? You can feel so far apart from someone and you're in the same room or the same house. Or it goes like that if you have like a fallout. You can feel like you're a million miles away from each other, and then you sort it out and then like it feels fine again. I just don't like emotional distance. I think it's really distressing. Oh, right, is Gemini unable to hide stuff like that? What do I need now? Oh yeah, let's get some. Something's going to happen with this in a couple of days. Let's get you some advice then, Gemini. What should Gemini do? Release. You need to release. There's something that you are stuck on about the past, and it's causing all sorts of negativity. You've not been offering that cup. Let's get an essential oil for your healing. In the outcome, we've got reunion and we've got fulfillment with the Ten of Cups. Like, happy, everyone fulfilled in the situation, like happy family life. Okay, so we've got sandalwood. Unifies body, mind and spirit. So you can put that in, you can put sandalwood in a humidifier. You can use it topically in a cream, or you could take supplements of sandalwood. I didn't know that actually. I've had sandalwood in perfume and candles, but I didn't know you could take supplements of it. I love that, the essential oils healing deck. I'm gonna look up the one that's suggested for me. For Taurus. Let's get your positive affirmation. Because I think this is someone that you've dated previously, I am going to get a no contact card for you as well. I am capable of making a positive impact on the world. Okay, that is your positive affirmation. I am capable of making a positive impact on the world. Right, if this is someone that you've already dated or been involved with, let's get a new communication message. Because everything says new beginning, reunion, and happy family life. Okay, we've got emotional intimacy. I'm afraid to truly open up to you. Now that's echoed by this card, isn't it? Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something that I'm still working on. I'm afraid to get close and terrified to lose you. If we've got afraid twice, this person is very fearful. Run away. Would you pack a bag and meet me in Hawaii? I just want to get away from the world and be alone with you. Ooh. That one came out for Taurus's person as well. Very, very heavy, like, emotions in this one. Okay, what do people adore about you, Gemini? What do people adore about you? Definitely take sunscreen and moisturizer. Zest. Okay, people love your zest, Gemini. You've got a lot of energy. Okay, it makes people feel good. They love that you're... I was going to say they love that you're zesty. That means something else these days, doesn't it? They love your, like, vim and vigour, your energy. You're very uplifting for people, and that goes really nice with I am capable of making a positive impact on the world. You know? So whenever you're down in the dumps, release that past negative energy, okay? Because you're so positive for the people around you, near and far. Right, I hope that resonates. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel. I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers. Don't forget to find yourself some sandalwood. Something should occur within a couple of days for you. You're welcome. Oh, Hawaii. Hawaii looks stunning. I've come on later today and I've not had anywhere near as many people watching. I think people must be out enjoying the sun. I had like record numbers last time, but I think it was Friday night and Saturday, very, very early Saturday morning. So early, I don't know why I did it that early, but loads of people came on. And then now I think everyone's already gone out. Right, let's go for Cancer. Adulting is overrated. Thank you. Thanks for popping in. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Cancer's highest good. How is Cancer feeling in this 3rd and 4th week of July 2025 with regards to what they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Cancer, please. How's Cancer feeling? Hi, welcome into the chat. Is it KJEs or KGZ? KGs. Right, we've got the Magician reverse. That's not good, Cancer. The Magician upright is someone that has all the tools to succeed, okay? To manifest. They believe that there's things that they want. They're going to manifest them to happen. They're going to win, okay? So yours is reversed at the moment, your manifestation card. That's disappointing. Why do we feel like that? Maybe it's not just a feeling, maybe that's the reality. Could be a lack of knowledge, strategy, finances, motivation, you know, fears holding us back. Okay, so we've got the 5 of Cups reversed, so recovering from grief, 10 of Pentacles reversed, and the 4 of Cups reversed. You could have had your hopes dashed over, you know, some sort of happy ending, because the 10 of Pentacles is what everyone's working towards, you know, that secure future where 2 people put together their assets, their income, their savings, and they create lasting generational wealth, you know, prosperity and, you know, emotions have been dashed. Now, the dove is innocent until something bad happens to it, and then it grieves, and it looks like someone's literally shot you out of the sky, you know. The 4 of Cups, when it's upright, is someone that's rejecting outside offers. When it's reversed, it's becoming open to outside offers again. So you can see that there's healing from a huge, like, disappointment from the past. You know, what was supposed to be your happily ever after, you failed to manifest. So it's probably giving you quite the knock. Right, let's get one more for you then, Cancer. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles. So that's mastery. It's, you know, taking on a course, some sort of extra training, more responsibility, being mentored, building up a business, a side hustle of some sort, you know. Eight of Pentacles is major investment, growth and expansion into the future. It's when you're busy trying to become, you know, financially abundant, successful. You're working towards the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So whether that's solo or together, I think you are recovering financially and possibly trying to, where in the past, you know, the aim was to do things together as a team with another person, I think you're going it alone. Let's get some cards for the one that's showing up for you. This could be someone that's on your mind, someone that you're actually dealing with, or that you're manifesting in the future. See, they have got the Eight of Cups reversed, okay? So when the Eight of Cups is upright, it's someone that's walking away from a relationship that was established. That's actively choosing to leave. So with that being reversed, it's the opposite. It's like, I don't want to let this relationship go. I want to keep it going. You know, it's flogging a dead horse, right? So this person's trying to hold on to a relationship that is basically, it's doomed now, it's over. If you get, you know, to the point where the Eight of Cups card is showing up, it's pretty much a done deal, but you're actively choosing to leave it. You know, you could be the one doing the breaking up if it's upright, and you could be the one getting left if it's reversed, or you know, really not happy about it ending. But sometimes people have to break up because of, you know, they can't agree where to live, or there's something that they really can't, you know, it just by default they'd have to split up. It's not that they've necessarily fallen out of love, or one person wants it and the other doesn't. Sometimes you both want it, but love isn't always enough. Right, the challenge, here we go. Here's the Tower moment, unexpected Tower moment. So I told you, when the Eight of Cups card shows up, even if you don't want it to end, okay, it's going to end. You can try and push the walls of that tower and prop it up, but it's supposed to fall down. It's supposed to. So this is Aries energy, fire energy. This is the landscape of someone's life majorly changing. Okay, so in a relationship ending, changing where you live, changing where you work, moving countries, you know, getting pregnant. All the big stuff. Any of that changing changes what your life looks like, doesn't it? Sometimes we cause towers, sometimes the other person causes the tower, or sometimes life brings you a tower. You know, the divine causes it. This person didn't choose it because they've got the Eight of Cups reversed, so they didn't choose this tower at all. Right, we've got the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Someone's got major clarity, breakthrough, revelation, major truth, confession. There's some sort of opportunity. The Four of Swords reverse is a restless feeling, like I don't want to stop, I don't want to wait, I don't want to go slow. Four of Pentacles reversed is like spending money, being frivolous. The King of Wands reversed is, you know, feeling panicked. Not sitting in your power, but feeling panicked or weak or overly, overly eager. Nine of Pentacles reversed and Three of Wands reversed. The Nine of Pentacles upright is someone that's single and abundant, sorry. They're happy being single. They can pay their own way, you know, and they're quite independent. When it's reversed, it could be someone that doesn't want to be single anymore. And I think that's the case because they got the Page of Pentacles. So they want the Ten of Pentacles. But they're not taking any action towards it. Okay, so that's probably because they're upset about this person, this past person who's leaving them. It's causing them to, like, you know, think, what the hell? I didn't want this. I want just to, you know, have the Ten of Pentacles with my person, and it's like I've got no choice, you know. It's all being pulled down. Okay. Right, we've got the Emperor as the challenge, so on both sides here, there's a need to regain control, regain that fire, that determination. We've got so much water, it's putting out all the flames. It's washing all the pentacles away. Okay, and what we need is we need a really good fire. We need motivation, energy, enthusiasm, determination. And we've got the Hermit reversed, the High Priestess reversed. So someone can't get the strategy, they can't get the game together. The Seven of Wands, the defensive, competitive, the Eight of Swords reversed. There's like a whole lot of like eagerness, but we've got no strategy. Okay, so we can't really get ish done without a strategy. We need a plan. And the Emperor never operates without a plan. Okay, it all has to be done with strategy. Full moon, harvest time. The full moon is where all your emotions come to the surface, you know. We're coming out of mental imprisonment. We're feeling competitive, but it's hard to get clear on how to move forwards. Right, I'm just going to grab my dinner before they shout. I'll come back in a sec. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Okay, yes, there's definitely like mirroring energy here where there's a lack of confidence. There's pessimism, okay, on your side. And I think this person that's like coming in the future is not wanting a relationship to end. So I don't see this happening very, very soon. However, you never know. Let's get a timing. Yeah, it says obsessing over timing creates blocks. So what is it that they're going through? Why don't they want to let go of this relationship that's doomed? Alone. You feel like you were in this situation all by yourself, but it won't be like this forever. They're just afraid of being alone. Okay, so they could be feeling like clingy, codependent. I mean, come on, you get like that in every relationship. You enjoy it when you're in it. And then as soon as like someone breaks up with you or you break up with them, it feels horrible and lonely. So I don't think they're codependent in an unhealthy way, but they are struggling to accept the change, which, you know, isn't going to work, basically. Deeper waters, step out of your comfort zone, explore new depths. Futures embrace, seize prospects, absorb wisdom, and spring into action for your ambitions, okay? So it doesn't mean like you're going to be alone forever going through a breakup. This person, they need to just accept the change now because it's happening. It is happening. When the towers happen, they happen because something isn't right, something's got weak foundations, or it's never going to last. It's gone, you know, toxic, or it just was never right in the first place, or a contract's expired and it needs to end, okay? So the universe isn't going to allow it to carry on. If you don't walk away from it when you get red flags, or you know, when it's just not working anymore, then you'll get thrown from it. Bad choices. Okay, so they could have been cheated on, or you know, they could have been wrong done by this person, and then they just allowed it because it was just better than being alone in their eyes. No, the universe is not going to allow that. There are new opportunities for this person to seize, okay? They will get to a point where they're ready to take action, but give me an unspoken truth, please. How did we go from everything to nothing? Do you ever think of me too? Well, it's also possible that they cheated, but I feel like they've been... I don't know, I feel like people are more... Well, sometimes you try to keep it together out of guilt, don't you? But they just need to know that there's better stuff coming in the future. You don't break up to stay alone forever. You break up so that you can allow the person that you're with to be fully appreciated and not made to feel lonely from within a relationship. And the same for you. So you can be fully appreciated and not made to feel alone within a relationship. Okay? It's not so that you have to be by yourself forever. That's not the objective for anyone. Let's get some advice for you then, Cancer. Cancer needs to, you know, recover from this loss, build up their growth and build up their confidence in themselves as well. because it does look like you're working on your pentacles. Cultivate stillness. When you least expect it, something's going to happen for you. Okay, you're going to be rewarded for all this hard work that you're doing. Notice predictable rhythms. So if you sense something happening that you saw happening last time, confront it. Okay, don't just wait. It's always better to anticipate, something and intervene, interject, prompt, preempt, like be very responsive if you see a pattern that you're not happy with. Be proactive. If you see any red flags, or there's something similar happening to what happened last time, deal with it, okay, quickly. Right, let's get you an essential oil for your healing. You have got cardamom. Clarifies and uplifts your spirits. Okay, so you can put that in a diffuser. You can use it topically in a cream. You can take supplements of cardamom. Didn't know you could do that. And you can use it in cooking as well. It's really nice in rice and in tea. Let's get a positive affirmation. I am filled with positive energy and optimism. I am filled with positive energy and optimism. Your luck is just around the corner, okay? Let's get you a card, see what people adore about Cancer. Appreciation of beauty and excellence. You have, and you are able to show an appreciation of beauty and excellence. When I notice beauty around me, it makes me happy. Okay, people adore that about you. Perspective. I give good advice to the people in my life. Okay, so you may not see yourself in that way. Hi, Namira. You may not see it that way, but other people adore you for the advice that you give. Okay, you come across very steady and wise. Forgiveness. I can let it go when a friend makes mistakes or hurts my feelings. You're not one to hold grudges. Okay, you do get over stuff. In the end, you forgive people for their limitations. Leadership. I like to tell others how they can get things done. People have noticed that you've got like more to offer than maybe the role that you're in. Okay, you're a grower in terms of like company ranks or ranks within an organization or a business or a charity or, whatever it is, a club. You are someone that people will be happy to put more responsibility on. Okay, they would like readily do that. That's great, isn't it? I hope you enjoyed that little boost to your self-esteem. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel. Don't forget to get yourself some cardamom. Right, I'm actually going to take a break to eat my dinner. And then I will come back on to do Leo, Virgo, and maybe Libra. Right, I'll be back on in about half an hour. Take care, guys, and I'll see you later.